I don't want to dive into anybody's pockets, but yo, welcome back to another episode of Forever Steppin'. I am your host, Fabio the Senna, aka FD from the future, aka I want you lot to post your streams without the playlist that you've paid for. But listen, we have a special guest. But before that, I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe on the thing already. You already know. But today, I have the Indian legend, the Brum Soldier, the Sandy No SpongeBob, Air Sandy was Gucci.
Yo, I can't. You look like you were gonna drop a freestyle.
Hey, come on, man! You already know what time it is. They don't want me to do that.
From Soldier, made out the trenches. What on?
Come on, what you saying? You good?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to have you here. It's been a long time coming, you know. I shouted you a while ago, but we won't get into that. We're gonna hop straight in with the kick of the day. I will start. So we have an OG on the show. You already know. So I had to come with OGs.
Ooh.
You already know.
All right.
These aren't in my top 5. They used to be, but I'm not gonna lie. I love these shoes. When I got these exclusive access, I was a happy guy. But also shout out my guys Forever Lace. You already know. Keep me laced up. If you want to go get some kicks, go buy from me. Get me.
I wasn't expecting you to pull a Jordan.
Me?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Jordan man. You get me? I'm a J man. I pull Jordans out a lot, but
Why are they in your top 5 no more?
but
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
let's see, man. Let's see.
Well, I pulled a shoe that I'm actually known for, which may be a good or bad thing. Half Wizzy, Mentor.
Alright. Look at this. She's trying to come on my show, flexing on us like this.
Wizzy, you said flex in it, and had to be here for the gal dem.
Okay. Now these are cold, and you know what's mad? They are probably one of the underrated ones in the collection, innit?
Underrated?
I would say out of the ones that he's dropped. Like people don't really talk about them.
No, but I will say, well, the thing is, it's a B word to wear. Like,
man, you can swear.
It's a bitch to wear.
You damn right.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you. Right. So I need to ask you the question I like to ask everybody, and that is, have you ever worn fake kicks? And if so, what shoe was it?
Wait 1 second.
Well, the honest answer is yes.
Jesus Christ.
I went to India just in 2019. I just wanted to buy some fakes just as a momentum.
Okay, I've heard that one before, but all right.
I got you.
Hey.
And that was a Balenciaga triple. Some Balenciaga sport shoe that doesn't even exist, but I just...
Balenciaga things.
It says like Balenciaga.
Let's go.
Like back in the day, we used to wear like fake LV belts and that. Obviously,
Damn.
a lot of people don't know I'm a shopkeeper kid. Like,
Okay.
you know, we grew up in the shop, and most people that have a corner shop or just the news agents will tell you get a lot of people coming in there trying to shop you stuff, and you don't ask too many questions about where it comes from.
Okay.
So obviously when we was young, like, yeah.
Okay.
But not since also as I've gotten older, I've decided I've cared less about design.
I feel you. But let me ask you this, yeah. Corner shop order, like you can get a drink and you can get a snack. What are you telling me?
Ginger beer.
Oh, okay.
And green plantain crisps.
Damn, that's a serious order.
True.
But listen, I kind of know your history, but for the people who don't know, yeah, I want to know, like, for sneakers, when did it start for you? Like, what was the earliest memory you have of sneakers?
The earliest would be just seeing like rappers rock kicks in music videos, I think. Like,
okay.
That's like earliest.
Any rappers you want to name?
Like Biggie, Tupac,
okay.
Nelly, Nas, like.
So what are we saying? A lot of Air Force Ones, a lot of Tims.
A lot of Air Force Ones, and then over time a lot of Jordans. So I grew up playing basketball, but before I played basketball, obviously growing up just in kind of, I grew up with an older brother and then an older cousin who's also a male, but so it was like having two older brothers. So I grew up off of like hip hop and rap and the whole American 90s culture. So it was like, I was just, all of that is kind of somehow meshes with basketball culture as well.
I feel like, you,
And then also because I was interested in basketball and I would watch games without really even knowing what I was watching, to be honest. But it's like I say this on a lot of like podcasts and stuff, but when you hear like a squeak of a basketball shoe on a court, like nothing compares. It's
I feel you. But even when you hear that squeak, you might be in the middle of Tesco, you might feel like, damn.
Oh yeah,
lay me up. You know what I'm saying? Do you think, like, being from up north, do you think there was a style growing up that you were following, or there was a style that was kind of known for the north?
Well, yeah, I mean, Chavy style is
I'm absolutely fucking Bobby Violin, man.
People assume that because I'm Indian and they just have a stereotypical idea of like, oh, also we had a shop design. People just think that I grew up rich and I had this kind of background. And I never really talk about it, but I didn't. So I didn't actually be able to buy stuff. I didn't really have preps until I was 16 and I made my own money.
I feel
before then it was just my brother would like get a lot of shoes. He was obviously older than me. He was already making these. So a lot of like my passion of sneakers was living vicariously, like literally through my brother. Like he'd have every color of Air Force Ones, like, or back in the day where you've got like those big fuck off leather Nike Dunks, like when they used to make proper high quality highs, and like every high top Converse color. And then he'd cut the Converses and make them into lows. Like for me, like he is such a fundamental part of my passion.
Shout out the older brother, man. Shout out Sandy, bro.
Hey, just through.
We need to hop into the first section of the show, and that is, what are your top 5 sneakers of all time? I need you to bring it today.
All right, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of these to show.
That's fine, that's fine. That's why they're all the time. You feel me?
But you do already know that I was struggling in this question because I don't really like the whole top 5. Obviously,
she was struggling, but listen, I always say this is the top 5 today, innit? It can always change.
Yeah, facts.
But today, what we saying?
Number 1, the Jordan 1 Rust Pink Art Basel pack.
Okay.
That is, everyone knows that's like my grail. That's my attainable grail.
Okay, so there was 2 colorways, right? There was like a pink and then there was like a pistachio mint thing, right? Miami thing.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah, I like that one more, but I think the other one is just as fire, to be honest. But if I could pick, but they're like, that's gonna cost you like maybe just under $1,000.
Are you mad?
My second one would be Travis Scott Friends and Family Jordan 4, the purple one.
Ooh, okay, very nice. Yeah,
purple was my favorite color.
I can stand by that. Yeah, they're fire. I can't say anything about them.
They're cold. They're so sick.
They're super sick.
A white Master Friends and Family, I would say.
Okay.
Again, probably pretty unattainable. An Air Max 1 Canada Safari.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, it's like yellow and leopard.
Yeah.
Cold. Again, I can't get it in my size. But
so do you like patterns and things like crazy crepes?
Well, the mad thing is that I didn't used to like patterns.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. My mood just
will probably change.
Yeah. I didn't used to be heavy on the patterns because I didn't used to. Maybe I didn't know what I could like wear them with, or that was put off. But now, like, now I'm into the pattern. The AMM, the Manier Jordan 3.
Yeah, they're fire. And you have them, right?
Yeah, I have. I'll show them in the next round.
Oh, say nine. Yeah, no, they're fire. I couldn't get my hands on them. Shit, it is what it is.
Oh, can't relate.
Relax.
But
Can you afford them? They're like £100 these days.
what?
You must not know about me. You must not know about me.
Nah, I wasn't expecting that top five, you know, but it was fire nonetheless. But
No,
look,
what were you expecting?
just like crazy, unattainable things. Obviously,
Oh,
we
right.
had 2 friends and families, but the others were like fair in it. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But look, I want to ask you, and for the people who don't know, yeah. So, I want what would we call it? I'm gonna call it a brand, but her story and sneakers, yeah. What was the reasoning behind this? What was the reasoning behind the movement, the brand? Whatever, like, tell us about her story and sneakers, innit?
Okay, well, her story in sneakers, it's basically a platform. It was originally going to just be podcast,
Okay.
but because of COVID and not really being, I always wanted to do in-person podcasts just because I personally am better at in-person. Like I don't want to, toot my own horn, but I'm quite a good conversationalist with people, and I just enjoy talking to people.
I don't know if she's taking a shot at me, but we'll move.
Some people want to do this YouTube thing and have these mad
Hey,
backgrounds.
listen,
Originally going to start as just podcasting, but then it was like I had to kind of adapt because I wasn't being able to film the podcast that I wanted.
Okay.
But yeah, so now I would just say that it's a platform, just there to showcase kind of what women can bring to the table. But the reason why I created her story in sneakers, because there are a lot of, like, shout out all the women doing amazing things with different platforms, such as Sneaker Sisterhood, Sneakers by Women, like on Instagram, there's a lot. But the reason why I wanted to do her story in sneakers is because, I don't know, I just wanted to bring a different take on it, because I feel like after I became Air Sandy and I got to do my Nike shoes, like, I was getting to have a lot of conversations with people that I wasn't really getting to interact with before. And
okay.
it's a mad feeling when people say to you that, like, you've inspired them to just take pictures of their shoes, or you've inspired them to even just feel comfortable, like going into a shop and like buying a pair of shoes. Like it was so mad for me. So it was like, what can I do? And I know so many sick females in the game that I do think are undervalued and I do think are underappreciated, because there is definitely an aesthetic that works for females in the scene, and there is an aesthetic that brands want, and unfortunately that means that all the girls that don't fit that aren't being seen, like, just by the algorithm that we love to call it, or just the fact that people aren't going to be interested in that because it's not what they've been told is interesting, type of thing. If you get your foot in a door, hold it open for the person behind you, because that's the only way that we can continue to grow and like actually make a change, because there is unfortunately still a stereotype that women kind of know less. Well, basically, to sum it up, is like women have to do more to earn less of the respect. It's like that should never be the case. Unfortunately, I'm blessed to be also surrounded by a lot of guys in the industry that don't have those opinions, and they also want to support the platform. I think it's important to kind of have the conversation with the people that aren't necessarily having the right opinions, in our opinion, because we can't just continue having the conversation with people that want to support females, because then you're just preaching to the choir, like nothing's ever going to change.
Right. Yeah, no, I fully respect all of that, and I fully am backing everything you're saying. And I don't want to be one of the guys that you said, but of course, like, I've had this conversation with TT, had the conversation with Stephanie. Like, I fully agree with everything you're saying, and I still don't know how, let's say, well, now in 2021, like, if you look at the past couple of years in terms of actually progress in sneakers and like things are happening, even let's say design alone, most of the better sneakers and the best sneakers have been from women. So for women to still not be in a conversation, or to still not be respected as much as men, it still confuses me, because majority of the inspiration is coming from the women. So it's kind of like, and then even like I've said on my previous episodes, shout out all the women that's been on my show. Like, out of all the people I've met, no offense to the men, but a lot of the women I've met during my show and all the people I'm meeting now, the most interesting people are the women. And it feels like, to me, the women are actually doing so much more for the scene that I've seen, no cap, that I've seen personally, than what the men are doing. Because
the men have to do this.
Yeah, and it's sad because I feel like a lot of the people I've met are just so naturally talented and have like all these platforms they're building, all these amazing platforms they're building. And what would you call it? Like, not a community, but yeah, like a community, but just kind of, they just seem, I feel like the women alone seem way more welcoming to everybody than like the men, I would say.
You know what? I'll disagree, but I'm not disagreeing from a standpoint of the women aren't welcoming. I'm disagreeing from the standpoint of I get a lot of love from the guys in the scene. I always have from day one. Like, I'm blessed enough to be friends with the master of air. Like Stevie Ryder, so love. He is the nicest guy to anybody in the scene, regardless of the gender or whatever. Yeah. So it's like, these big people that I respect, the people that I respect do respect me, and they do respect the women in the scene. Unfortunately, it's the people that aren't that perhaps knowledgeable about the sneaker like scene or culture. Like maybe the newcomers. It's mainly those people that aren't really doing much that have the opinion. The unfortunate part is that they're the ones that make the most noise. Like, if a girl posts a picture and they don't, and it's Jordan 1s or it's a mid, like they'll need to go.
Hey, yes, like, you don't know my opinion on the fucking mids, bro. Don't bring those things around me.
And I said it on the Ryan Turner, Total Soul episode, yeah? Listen.
You brands, yeah? I don't care, bruv. I don't care. Blackball me, I don't give a fuck, yeah? Listen. Stop sending kicks, stop sending packages, yeah, to people who are just going to post a kick and sell it on their Depop 2 hours later, bruv. You need to start selling the shit to people who care about the scene, who care about the product, who care about that, you get me?
Stop pissing me off, bruv.
Yeah, but I feel like that's why nothing's changing, like,
of course. That's
why nothing changes for women. And this is no hate to all the girls that have hundreds of thousands of followers.
Hey, this is hate. This is hate from me. I don't give a fuck.
No, it's not. It's honestly no hate from me, but it is disappointing. It's disappointing that the people that are in the rooms to have conversations with brands aren't necessarily the people with the knowledge of the scene, and therefore they can't direct. Like, they can't ask for stuff to change because they're not aware of it. They just book somebody that bought shoes and took pictures and now they get free crepes. Like, and I honestly get how you live it, but unfortunately, and it's on the brands. Like, brands need to start reaching out to the core people. And obviously, big shout out to Nike, because they do that. Like, they have done the whole community thing, the whole London project last year. Like, they do go into different cities, and unfortunately, I just think that everyone needs to be held accountable. Like, a lot of people, the whole women thing. Also now it's kind of redundant because it's like a lot of people want to talk about it. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are doing anything about it. Somebody will have like 1-2 conversations on a live or a clubhouse chat, and then you'll see the same pattern happening. They're not doing nothing to support females, whether you're a female or a male in that case.
Also, it's a woman thing, man. I'm on the women's side, innit? So you lot at yourself, innit? Because I don't give a fuck. Anyway, on a lighter note, you did touch on it, and I just want to get into that a little bit. But you did make a you were involved in a Nike by You project, where you made your own 95. So Air Max 95 for the people out there. So I want you to
110.
So come on for the OGs. But I wanted you to explain that process and how that process came about and how it was being involved in that.
So I saw that Knife by You workshop. Unfortunately, they've rebranded to We Are Cultivator on Instagram, just in case anybody wants to look for it. They dropped just like a poster thing on the Instagram grid saying that, I can't even remember what it was advertised as, but it was basically a Knife by You workshop in London. And I was like, yeah, like of course I want to apply. Yeah. The joke is I missed the deadline. They closed it early. This was before like lockdown was announced, the first one.
Okay.
Then we were in, and I DM'd them about it. I was like, no, like what? Why is the link? I didn't get a reply. That's fine. Okay. And then like a few weeks into lockdown, I saw that they posted the applications were back up, and I was like, okay, like I'll go and I'll apply. And I think it was basically questions like, what story do you want to tell?
Yeah. So
the project was about Unseen London, but I don't think that they put that on the actual application form. I think it was just like, you know, tell us a bit about yourself, like in yourself and the community, like what's important to you and stuff. So I just basically said my piece, basically who I am, what I do, that I was big on community. I think that word is thrown around a lot, but not for me to put myself on a pedestal, but I have, and people will tell you this, I have very much always been a community spirit.
Nah, I know, I know. I definitely know that, yeah, man. Yeah.
And I think I also mentioned Resole in there, which if nobody knows, Resole CIC on Instagram, you can donate your old shoes with them.
Amazing.
So yeah, I was just putting in basically loads of different bits about people in London and myself. So we're doing things. And then randomly one day I just got an email saying that you were accepted. And I remember being in the car and I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Oh my God. What is that?
Hey, that's so sick. That is fucking insane. That is my dream, bro. What was the process in terms of like you making a shoe? Like, did you have to go into a workshop or?
No, unfortunately, if it wasn't lockdown, I think we would have been able to actually go in and like do some stuff, but it was all just online. Like,
so when the shoe come out, how did it work? Was it kind of like a limited amount of pairs? Like, what were you saying?
Yeah, well, everything for the shoe that we had to do ourselves. So all the promo and everything was ourselves. Like, we were featured on the Nike app and the Nike website, but other than that, it was pretty much do your own promo.
Okay, so hey, I don't want to dive into anybody's pockets,
but so what was the retail on the shoe?
The retail was $154.95, I think.
All right, very nice, very nice.
And then, so what we saying here? Was it all profits to you?
What? My lawyer says.
Let's go.
And I know like the bio behind it, but tell the people, please.
Do you want it? Should I pull it out?
Yeah.
All right, well, this is.
God damn.
This is the Air Sandy. I don't know how great the light is.
Very tonal, very nice, very clean. Never worn. Are they worn?
Yeah.
Oh, they look very clean for a worn shoe.
Look, it's even got a stone in there.
Sandy Air. Air Sandays. You feel me? Oy,
People think that the shoe's called Revolt. It just says Revolt on the back. Okay. But it's actually called Reborn. Okay, so the story reason being we have to obviously do Unseen London. So that was like, what does London mean to you? And to me, London was always like a place where, yeah, it's gloomy and it's dull sometimes, but whenever I used to visit, because I didn't used to live in London, whenever I used to visit was like, I used to see a lot of nature and a lot of greenery, and to me, that's what London was to me, like green, which I know sounds weird because I'm from the northeast and that's like country.
Yeah,
but
I don't know where the fuck you were going in London, son.
No, but it's like
I'm joking.
Amongst the dark, like there's some light with the nature and stuff.
Of course, yeah.
And so that was my starting point, kind of. So all the different layers are kind of to represent how we as people mimic the nature, because obviously a lot of people come to London to basically be reborn. Like they come here to be someone that they're not already. Like they have somewhere that they want to go in the future. And most people use the city as a stepping stone to get there, or just to basically change. And a lot of it was to do with having to like unlearn a lot of stuff that you've learned previously just in life, because we are all products of our environment, and unfortunately all you can do is try and be conscious. The tonal is to represent the layers of like shedding of layers, and that's kind of, so we could choose between a 90 or a 110. I wanted to do a 110 because it's a London shoe, like the light and dark lace loops just to represent again like the lightness and the darkness of the city. And then the main bit, I guess, the revolt at the back. So last year it was we got this assignment or this project at a time where obviously Black Lives Matter was rife. A lot of people were protesting for a lot of different things. And I think one thing about London that's I've always liked is like it is a very progressive city. Like people aren't scared to, shout about what they believe and to actually go out there and try and make a stand.
They're a fire crep, super fire design. I think you executed it perfectly. Everything you did with that shoe, even the story behind it is super fire. So come on, man, ratings. And also, fuck any racist motherfuckers out there. You best not bring no racist shit around me. We're gonna hop into the next section of the show, and that is, what are the top 5 sneakers you own personally? And I know you got some motherfucking fire, so.
First pair was the Air Sandys, because, my shoe.
Come on, man. Round of applause. These history. Come on, these are fucking fire.
So that's number 1.
What are those?
Massive.
Okay.
Also, these are extra special now because, as I said before, I am lucky enough to be friends with Solo. But also, I got to interview the female Masters of Air for her maxi, which I did over on Her Story and Sneakers, and that was just a crazy experience.
That was fun,
never in a million years did I think that I would even.
Nah, come on, man. You got that shit, man. You got that.
But
they're fire, man. With the pink laces as well.
Yeah, these are the Kid Robot laces. Next pair, we have my faves, which have definitely been worn.
Alright.
Oh, say less.
Alright.
They've been worn. They look, every time I wear them, everyone's like, bro, they're so fresh. Like,
alright, boy. Alright. I haven't seen these shoes in a while.
This is one of my favorite shoes of all time. Like, it didn't make my top 5, but that's just because there's a lot. But for me,
yeah, I feel you.
Like, this was my first ever, like, proper Jordan.
Well, when did you cop these?
I think it was 2013, the original release.
Tell the people the colorway because I forgot. But
this is a green glow. The next shoe is.
Let's go.
Gundam.
Oh, swear down. Okay. 98.
No, I love this shoe. Like.
Okay.
Don't tell me nothing.
No, yeah, they're fire, man. They were like one of the like. I would say one of the like.
So.
Oh. Yeah, I would say they're one of the like.
But don't worry, she's got to double up.
Oh, okay. She trying to flex.
No, I only got the last pair is, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, man. They're clean, boy. They're super clean.
Yeah, they're super hard.
Love the story behind the shoe. Even the inside, the way it's like little pleated and it's nice, man. Cute, man. Very clean shoe.
Man said cute.
It's cute, fam. It's cute.
Why? Because it's a woman's shoes.
No, hell no. I would say some men's shoes are cute as well. You see why, yeah? I don't know why, but this shoe reminds me of morning.
Wake the fuck!
And that, you get me? The colors are nice and what would you call it? They're just nice and just relaxed.
Yeah, like tone.
I didn't expect any of them. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you was gonna throw up your fire things, your little hype things, because I know you got some hype shit. But
no, I ain't got nothing. Nobody come looking for me.
You don't have to look far for that, man. I'm telling you. Now that was cold. I like your little personal collection. I like the top 5. But so we kind of touched on it earlier, but I want to ask you, and I want to ask you this. So you are like a huge creative. You've been on like multiple podcasts. You've got a lot of projects. You get me? You've done a lot. But I wanna see, yeah, where do you want to take your brand? Where do you want to take Her Story and Sneakers? Where do you want this to go?
Well, international, baby. Like, to be able
God damn.
to be able to like,
Yo.
I'm actually off the bat. Well, one exciting thing about Her Stories and Sneakers is I have had some conversations about doing different projects and stuff. So that's the thing. Like, initially, I just wanted it to be a podcast, literally just showcasing like my friends. And then I got to do Her Max Week, and you know, the Masters of Air were down for it, and that kind of, I guess, just made me think. Obviously, people will notice I haven't uploaded the podcast all till now, but that's, again, it's hard to get people wanting to come out and to do it. And also in that time, it's like I've kind of reshifted my focus just to do more things in the communities that can help females. And when I say international, like in terms of, like, I'd love to be at events, like having panel talks and stuff like that. And showcasing females worldwide, like having that in-hand discussion, and you know, if we can do workshops and stuff like that. So yeah, like but fundamentally what I want from it is just a safe space where women and men and whatever you want to identify as could just coexist.
Aliens and that, you feel me? All of that shit.
Just respect each other, and for it to just be a fun place where you know, everyone can actually just love and appreciate sneakers.
We are going to hop into the section of the show that everybody is shook of. And I'm not going to lie, I couldn't find much on her. Yeah, blah, boo, yeah, I hate the boos, whatever. She's hard to find, man. She a ghost. But we're gonna go in. So this is what's going on here. I'm gonna throw some photos on the screen. You gotta tell me what's going on here. All right, we're gonna go in with the first one.
Okay, well, so what do you want me to do? Explain what's going on?
She was a skater boy. She said, see ya later, boy. But I see you in the Cause sweater. What's that? The Uniqlo Cause. You in the 97s. You in the off-white thing. Eminem world.
Eminem world.
What you saying? You grabbing yourself a little snack?
Hurry up and buy!
Hey, those are the OG triple black Harachis.
Come on, real G's know about the OG triple black.
You know what? I rate this picture because
Fit's looking nice.
I've always been this picture.
What backpack is that?
I think that was a New Era, New York.
Saying that, and she got a New Era plug as well. You get me?
That was my first proper solo trip exploring London. I met her. Actually, this is such a random story.
A few moments later.
I'm a Tumblr kid. So like,
oh, so am I.
Like, I love Tumblr. And my sister came down for a job interview, and I came with her. I think I was 18 maybe in this picture.
Okay, cool.
So I drove her down, and then she was going to an interview, so I was just chilling, like trying to pass time in London. So I just posted on my Tumblr like, yo, like, anyone want to hang? And then this random girl, well, it wasn't random. We had a few interactions. It was like, yeah, like, we can hang. And I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Wait 1 second.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pulling out all these, but I don't like.
Hey, you motherfuckers are corny as hell.
Fuck you know.
Look, I even owned a pair of the off-white Chuck Taylors. I sold them bitches because I was a broke motherfucker. But what is going on here in it? Because I see the flex, but oh my god!
I stood in the road, like.
Listen, if I drove past that, yeah, I would have told you, look, get the fuck out of the road.
Get out the fucking road.
If you lot didn't know, she is about community. Look at this photo. This photo just represents. Come on. Quick flex.
Sandy. What's the world?
What's going on here?
Here is all the pairs that I got for people, including a couple of my own, I think.
Including not a pair for myself, but we'll talk about that off camera.
Well, you know, some people are haters and they want to support the ting once you come up, and you know, what can you do? But...
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, she had my DM for 3 months. Hey. If we get into that,
But she's here.
She's here now.
Yeah, so that was the picture. The light in the background is from my friends. They got me it for my. So the shoe dropped on the 31st of July. My birthday's August the 4th.
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
In case somebody out there wants to get me something, you know. So yeah,
my birthday tomorrow. So shit. Where's my present? Damn.
All right. Well, this wasn't about you. You tried to call me.
Hey, I tried you. I told you I couldn't get much, so that's all I could get. Sorry, people.
No, I'll let you know.
But look, we're gonna hop straight into a little quick fire round. I'm gonna ask you some questions. You just gotta answer them quickly. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you're gonna ask.
Nike Dunk or Nike Air Max?
Nike Air Max.
Saying nothing. As a designer, yeah, Don C or Virgil? Shoot.
Don C.
Come on, man. I love when people say Don C because the real motherfuckers know who that guy is. Alright, listen. Shoe-wise, yeah, Jordan or Nike?
Oh, Jordan.
Okay. So what would you prefer, dressing up or tracksuit?
Well, tracksuit on a regs, but that's a hard question because I look forward to dressing up because I don't dress up on a regular. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good answer. All right, when you tie your shoes, yeah, do you lace them up or have them no tie?
I lace them up.
Say nothing. India or the UK?
In terms of what?
Bruh, I always ask people these questions and they never rep. So what the fuck is wrong with all you lot?
India?
Come on. I feel like you're just saying that because I'm getting on to
No, the thing is, I could get into it, but, you know, people might be like, she needs to stop being so. It's a quick fire question.
All right, say no more. Okay. The last question, yeah? The north of England or the south of England?
The south of England, but we need the north of England's air because
yeah, trust me.
This pollution.
Trust me. Shout out the south side, man. We out. But listen, that has come to the end of the show. I am heartbroken. We've had a great episode.
It has been fun.
I'm super happy that you've come on, even though it's taken a while. But
all right, like get over it.
Shit, damn. All right.
Stop talking about the past.
But listen, obviously we have come to the end, so I just want to ask you the last question, which is there anything that's coming up that you want to tell the people about, or any projects, anything like that? Now's your time.
Yeah, you'll be seeing me shortly on a couple of things, but I can't speak about that at the minute.
Okay.
Project. Perhaps towards the back end of the year.
Okay.
But yeah, keep an eye out on her story and sneakers. I know I've been quiet, but been trying to get some stuff. And also I'm now the co-host of My Size podcast on Club Networks. You can go and check that out. In the meantime, we post once a week.
Shout out them and shout out everyone. I've been in contact with them boys. So. We'll talk about that off camera.
Yeah, we'll chat. But yeah, just follow my socials. We have the anniversary of the Nike by You coming up, so we'll probably be doing some stuff for that.
Cold.
But yeah, just doing me.
Gang, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And like I said earlier, like I respect everything you're doing. I'm fully backing your movement, and even just like anything you post, anything, you know, man's always there, innit? So God bless you. Thank you for coming on the show. I'm happy you finally come.
Because I'm saying that.
Hey, listen, I'm a polite man.
No one's gonna book me for anything ever again.
Hey, listen, I'm a polite man. And you know, my show is just crazy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But Listen, I have been your host, Fabio the Senna, aka FD from the future. That has been Sandy Air. Look, 2021. We out of this, boy. Bow!